14 years ago, a half-breed of a teenage ghost and human lived in his hometown of Amity Park. Every day he took to the skies looking for any ghost he could find in his town. One day, a meteor was headed towards Earth. He knew it was up to him to stop it, so he got all his enemies from the place where all ghosts came from, the Ghost Zone. Then, with all their powers, the Earth became intangible, and the meteor went right through it. And after all those years of keeping his identity a secret, the ghost boy figured this was the right time to tell everyone who he really was. After that, he was depicted a hero, and even though the children of the real world had stopped watching him, he didn't really care. He had a nice life, like friends, family, and a girlfriend that he loved so much, even if she was goth. But soon after taking care of all the ghosts that were haunting the town, some science fiction companies became curious about the boy's powers and wanted some research, but instead of asking, they would try to capture him, but they all failed. Then the government got involved in wanting to know what made the boy half ghost. After so many attempts at trying, they failed, but they weren't going to give up. They then started coming to the house of the ghost boy wanting to ask questions, but his parents denied them, but they continued. One afternoon, after kicking the government out of their house for the 100th time, the two sat down to think about their problem. Jack, we need to do something about this, or they might take our son away. I know, Sweet Cheeks, you want to keep Danny safe, but I think we're just going to have to lock him in the house. What? No, we can't do that. Oh, come on. You can still give him food and water while we keep him in his room. No, I think we should... Should what? Send him away on his own where no one can find him. Jack spit out the water he was drinking. Maddie, are you crazy? He's too young. We can't kick him out of the house, especially at 14. I know, but not in this world, in the portal. Wait, you mean... Yes, he should live there on his own, and maybe if another toon has the same thing, where no one is watching them in the real world, then maybe that toon would want help from him. I guess you got a point. A week later, Danny's anniversary of his love in the real world was happening right now, and that very day, his parents sat him down to talk. Danny, this is going to be hard, but what we are telling you is important. What is it? Well, ever since the government and those scientists came knocking on our door, your mother and I had to think of something to keep you safe. So we're sending you to live by yourself in the Ghost Zone. What? Suddenly, there was a knock on the door. Oh no! Jazz, take your brother down to the lab now! We'll distract them. As Jack and Maddie went to the door, Jazz took her brother to the lab. She pushed the red button on the wall, and the two doors to the portal opened. Here's all the food and water Mom and Dad packed, and the stuff from your room. She handed him the bags of stuff. Jazz, why is this happening so suddenly? I mean, I know they're trying to protect me, but if I do this, then I'll never see my friends again. Don't worry, little brother. Someday, maybe another toon who's not being watched anymore will come to you and ask for your help. Are you sure? I'm sure. Now move along before Mom and Dad fail to keep them out. After that, Danny took the bags and changed into his ghost form and went into the portal. For days, he searched to find a place to stay, fighting off some enemies along the way. After all of that, he came across an old ghostly cabin where he stayed and waited for the day where a toon would come for his help.